Thank you, Colin. Now can I call on Nigel Costley from the TUC to talk about community energy in the workplace. And Nigel has to leave immediately afterwards as well, so we'll have two short questions after his talk. Think about them while he's speaking.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the invitation. I am really sorry not to be able to stay. It's a great turnout, a great conference, and I wish you well. Why trade unions? I do feel the need these days to explain ourselves to some extent and brush away some of the myths about who we are. Trade unions, we have 6 million paying members, thereabouts. Still the largest voluntary organisation in the country. It's about 500,000 in the southwest, around about 100,000 in Bristol alone. But you could probably double that in terms of our influence in the wider workplace, something that's very crucial in terms of what we can do to change behaviours at work, which I'll mention in a second. The most unionised sectors of the economy, of course, are energy, education, transport, three obvious ones that are going to be at the centre of your discussions and this debate. But we're no longer the sort of coal miners and factory workers that the stereotypes would still have us believe. The largest private sector unionised organisation in the country is Tesco's. You're more likely to be in a union if you're a graduate. You're more likely to be in a union if you're a woman. These are changes that have happened over the last 30 years. We are a growing organisation, but we still have challenges. We are also an ageing organisation, and I happen to believe that this agenda particularly has resonance with younger workers, that we need to recruit to our cause as well as yours, ours collectively. The reasons that people join unions, I think, three main things. The first and probably the most important is collective voice. You speak stronger if you speak together as a group. It's a basic principle from when you're at school, university, in your neighbourhood or at work. The balance of power has shifted in favour of the employer. We need a stronger voice for working people. The only way you can do that is to join together in the workplace. The second, these are all blurred, but there is this sort of insurance if something goes wrong. If you have an accident, if you get into trouble, if the boss tries to sack you, whatever, you need advice, support. And in an era when the law and litigation becomes all more important, you need that sort of professional assistance. And the third one, which I think is often overlooked but less important, is that we have always been a force for social justice and for progressive change. And I think that is also a very important part when we talk on this agenda. Unions have been and are both defensive and offensive, if you like. People join for different reasons, but the days of the top-level martyrs in Dorset, they formed a union in order to stop the boss from further cutting what was starvation pay. As a result of that campaign and that freed them, they enshrined a right in Britain that workers have a fundamental right to join together in trade unions. And that has been, that twin-track approach has been our legacy and remains. The stuff that we often take for granted, that we should say trade unions, the people who brought you the weekend. We fought, and those sacrifices that people made to get shorter working weeks, to get safety at work, to get basic rights in terms of minimum pay and conditions. But it's always, you take one step forward and one step back often. But it's also a twin-track approach about negotiating with the boss on what you can achieve at work, but recognising that that's limited. You also have to achieve political change. And that may be to progress, advance our cause, it may be to defend ourselves. It's interesting today, Royal Mail, the law makes it very difficult now these days for people to vote, and they require certain thresholds if you're voting on industrial action. Our post is voted by an overwhelming 97% to take industrial action. You've got to question what's going wrong in Royal Mail when that's the case. So what do Royal Mail do? They've gone to the courts to try and overturn that democratic decision. This is why you have to be political as well. We've got to have to change laws in order to get certain basic rights. So, what's this to do with the environment? We have a family of representatives who who run trade unions, shop stewards, union reps. I come from printing, we call them fathers or mothers of the chapel. These are your reps who negotiate, who look after you. Then we have health and safety reps. We have learning reps, which have become a new army of people that have been able to give people front-hand advice and support in terms of their careers and their skills. And we also have green reps or environmental reps or energy champions. They often go under different names. But we train them not just about the environmental issues at work, but also how do you articulate, how do you argue, how do you have difficult conversations, how do you have surveys at work, how do you get the conversations going. We had a project here in the Southwest funded by the Regional Development Agency, now longer abolished, but we developed a green rep approach across Bristol and the Southwest. And we think we need to refresh that now. And the fact that this has risen up the agenda gives us an opportunity. We have a conference here in this building next week to do some of this. What can union reps do to improve recycling, eliminate waste, cut out plastics, reduce energy at work, have these discussions with people? And what we found is those sort of discussions might start about what we can do at work, but inevitably lead to the same discussions about taking it home. Well, this is going to be useful advice for me at home. And a workplace is a really good place to have those discussions. And I implore you, those of you who are pushing a lot of this good work, think about us and what we may be able to do to help you. How do you change the environment with which you work? We've got examples that are talking about stop cutting the lawn and think about a lot of big workplaces have an environment around them that can be changed. The food in the canteens, the discussion about health and well-being at work, and of course travel. Some of this is really tricky stuff, as I'm sure you will know if anyone's been involved in trying to change the car parking arrangements or your car expenses policies at work. You'll know sometimes how controversial this is. I'm aware of disputes over the fact that the boss has suddenly decided to change the food in the canteen. You have to take people with you, and it's not enough to have a great chief executive who champions recycling if nobody follows the advice and puts stuff in the wrong box. Some of this is really dead simple stuff, but it leads on to much more difficult discussions about the whole nature of working time, the whole way that the rush hour and travel to work, and then of course the big issues which you've just heard about. How do you transition the whole economy in terms of jobs and skills? We cannot repeat the miners where you demolished whole communities in the name of having to transition to a new economy. We have to take people with us. We perhaps don't have the energy intensive industries in the Southwest that are in the north and in other parts of the country where this is a much more acute issue, but we believe in a just transition. If you take workers with you and show them a positive vision of a green and decarbonised economy, show them the routes in terms of what skills they might need, what advice they might need, then they will be with you. Finally, obviously we're allies with many. We might not always agree. Trade unions are a complex system. They represent different people. They represent people in polluting industries. We're not always going to agree with one another on every issue, but the recent climate strikes, the students who met outside PCS, the Civil Service Union, got school students to come in to talk to their members in DEFRA, an environment agency just next door. Great opportunity for 15-year-olds to say why they were on strike from school to the climate change teams in the environment agency. It was a great initiative on behalf of the union, and we've got to see much more of that. So thank you very much for the invitation. Good luck with the rest of the conference.